Good morning everyone. Happy Monday it is today. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I slept so badly last night for no apparent reason. I just woke up this morning and I literally just couldn't get out of bed. So it's now 8:30 and I'm only just up and dressed really, and I'm still having my morning tea, which you guys know I normally have a tea first and then a coffee later. So the fact that I'm still having my morning tea goes to show how tired I am this morning. We'll get a coffee later, don't worry guys, that'll wake me up later. But today is a very exciting video. Today we're going to be getting the flat ready for autumn. I feel like it's officially time, it's officially autumn. I've got a chunky knit on and a little pair of trousers and I'm not hot. It's actually quite chilly in the flat this morning. It was one of those mornings where the like glass on our balcony has all frosted over, and I actually put up a caption this morning saying it's officially the time of year where you're freezing when you wake up, so you put on like a massive chunky jumper and then by the afternoon it's reached like double figures and you're sweating and you wish you had like a little t-shirt on. It's officially that time of year. Autumn struggles. But I am quite excited about the fact that it's autumn. Like, I do like autumn. I do really like autumnal style. Normally I'm a lot more excited for it actually, but I feel like this year was the first year that I've just really embraced summer and like I've really got into my summer style. I think I often struggle in summer with like fashion and stuff like that, whereas I feel like this year I really found my style this summer. So I was a little bit gutted to let it go. But now that I'm back in like autumnal clothing, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, this is my happy place. And I feel like my style changes so much from summer to autumn. Like in summer it's all about like dresses and like floaty and like cottage core and, you know, really pretty. And then in autumn it's like blazers, trousers, jeans, jumpers, boots. So it changes quite a lot, but I am happy that it's autumn and I'm going to be doing my summer to autumn wardrobe switch up sometime soon because I have been having to get out like chunky knits. I had to find my coats the other day. I literally, me and Alex went out on a walk and I was like, I don't even know where any of my coats are, so I had to wear his coat. So I'm gonna have to find my coats. I think they're in a box under the bed, but I'm gonna have to get them out. But today's outfit I will show you. So today I'm just wearing a really comfy cozy outfit. Oh, I've got a scrunchie in my pocket, that's handy. It's this chunky H&M jumper which you would have seen in my H&M haul, which I think would have gone out before this. Sometimes it's always difficult to tell when things go out. If not, you've got that to look forward to. And then these mango trousers, which I absolutely love. I usually roll them up in summer, but in autumn, if I'm wearing them with boots, I like to keep them full length. So you can kind of see the creases at the bottom from the amount that I've rolled them, but I do love these trousers. These are, funnily enough, Alex's favourite trousers on me. Like, when I bought them, I remember walking around the flat and he was like, oh my god, I love those trousers. I was like, really? They're just camel trousers. Like, okay. I mean, I like them too, but really random for him to be like, I love them. So yeah, I'll link this outfit in the description box below because it's very cozy, very perfect for this very chilly autumnal morning. With each season, I really like to kind of like switch up the flat a little bit. You guys will know I love change. I love moving things about. I love switching up decorations and like furniture and everything like that. And I feel like especially the start of a new season is such a perfect time to do that. My hair is really annoying me today. I'm sorry if I keep playing with it. Today's an autumn, there we go. The start of a new season is the perfect time to do that. So we're going to be switching up a few things in the flat today, which I'm really excited about. So one of the first things, you'll recognise this corner over here. So this is obviously my filming corner. So what I normally do is just move my desk out of the way and then I like set the camera up kind of like this so you can see a little bit of the shelves, and we have this corner over here. However, we have some deliveries down here, and what I've basically decided is I want to switch up this corner over here. So I'm not going to lie, I'm just a little bit bored of how it looks. I think it's always looked nice for videos, but I think I just want something new. I want something a bit nicer, if that makes sense. And I want to do a bit more of like a gallery wall over here, and I'm a little bit apprehensive just because obviously I have the gallery wall up there and I am a little bit worried it's going to look like, wow, that's a lot of prints in one room. But I'm going to see how it goes and see what it looks like because, as I said, this is my main filming corner, so I think it's more important for this one to look nice. I did do that gallery wall thinking I might film there, but to be perfectly honest, it's just a bit difficult with the bed in the way and everything like that, so I don't really ever film there. So I think having this set up exactly how I want is going to be more important. So we've got some prints here. I'm working with Poster Store again, and whenever I work with them, it's always on Instagram collaborations, so it's never anything to do with YouTube. However, these have been sent as PR products as part of my YouTube collaboration. So you probably would have already seen the Instagram pic by now, just because with regards to like timings and stuff and making sure it fits in with like the collaboration timeline, I think it would have gone up before this vlog. But this is going to be more of like a behind the scenes of how we did it. So if you've already seen the photo, then I hope you like the wall. You'll have seen what it looks like before I do, which is really, really weird. But I hope you like the wall, and I hope you still enjoy this video so that you can see like more of behind the scenes of how we did it. But I feel like it's time to start opening these and showing you what prints I chose.
I just wanna stay at home, wear my favorite robe tonight, I'm partying alone, yeah. I'm so bored of going to all the sweaty clubs, I'm just gonna order takeout and chill on my couch, yeah.
Whew, I'm like sweating from doing that. I must say, they were packaged really, really well. I've had issues in the past with like other print companies with frames arriving like cracked and stuff, but they always bubble wrap them and like tape them up and stuff really, really well. So we've got all the prints down here lying on the floor at the moment. Can we just appreciate the size of this print? Look at it. I didn't quite realize, like I went for the biggest size because I really wanted like a huge print, because this is always the biggest size I've ever had, which I think this is 50 times 70. I will let you know what size that is because it is blooming huge. But I'm gonna start putting these in the frames and stuff now. I'm gonna get so hot doing this. It is always so difficult and like such hard work getting all the prints in the frames, but I cannot wait to show you some of the prints that I've chosen because they are just so gorgeous. Okay, so I've been doing a few so far. I forget how long it takes to do these prints because obviously they don't arrive in the frame, so you've got to like take them out, frame them, everything like that. Sorry, the washing machine's on. I'll close that door. I hope it's not too loud. And I am in love with the ones that I've done so far. So we have, these are all like the biggest size. So what I tend to do is I'll do the biggest ones first, and then I will do the smaller ones and just kind of like fill around the big ones. So obviously we've got this one, which is the huge one. I mean, you guys know how big these shelves are. Move these out of the way so you can see it properly. You guys know how big these shelves are. Like this, okay, for reference, this is coming up to, oh, I can't even show you. Oh, here we go, there's a mirror here. That's how big it is on me. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest person in the world, but that literally comes up to my waist. That's how huge it is, and I just love it. It's even bigger than my mirror over there. It is just massive. I am so in love with it. They had quite a limited choice of what you could get in that size, but I'm really glad I got this one because I have such a thing for Paris. I absolutely love Paris. It's like my favourite city in the world. So yeah, I feel like this one just speaks to me quite a lot. I really like it. And then we've got this one over here, which is a quote, which I don't think I'm going to read out. I believe that everything happens for a reason. It's about like fate and everything like that, everything that I believe in. Feel free if you want to pause and read the quote. I really like it. I think it's really cute. And then we also have two abstract ones here. Don't want it to fall over. We have two abstract ones here, which I really like. I think they look so cool. I've undecided whether I want to keep these in here or if I'm going to have them in our bedroom because I think they look really cool. They might look pretty cool over the bed. So I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to have this one here. What I'm thinking of doing is having this one that I can just lean each time up against where the desk is so that there's not like a big gap. Because obviously I don't want to put prints all the way down and then have to move the desk out and have like a big gap there. So I'm really undecided what I'm going to do with the wall, but I'm so in love with the prints. And then we have quite a few. I'll show you these smaller ones. We have quite a few of these. We've got this girl here, which I think looks really cool. Got some more abstract ones. You guys know I absolutely love my abstract prints. Don't know where to put it. There we go. This one, very summery. I really like that one. I think that looks really cool. Also this one, which I think this is Mykonos, which I've never been to before, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Or maybe it's Santorini. It's one of those Greek islands. These are more just kind of like filler ones, so I would definitely say there's not as much detail. Oh, and then these two actually, okay, so these are, this one and this one aren't going to stay in here. These two are going to be going next to the fridge, which I'm really, really excited about, just to add a little bit more colour there, because I feel like we just have like a bit of a blank wall there, so I think that would look really, really cool. So yeah, I need to put those in the frames and then start sorting it out. But I am in love with the prints so far. I'm so happy with them. I made myself a coffee. And I'm feeling a lot more awake now that I'm having a few sips of this. But put that down. I finished all of the prints now. I've put them all in their frames, so they're just waiting here. So we've got medium size, big size, little size, and littler size. Although it has just occurred to me, I don't actually have any command hooks in the flat at the moment, so I'm gonna have to go out and buy some. If I want to put this up today. I guess I could do an Amazon Prime for tomorrow, but I think we need to do a food shop anyway, and I'm pretty sure you can get command hooks from the supermarket, so I might pop out this afternoon and see if I can get some so that we can put them up today, because I really want to get it out today. You know what I'm like, I'm so impatient. Now that I've got this project, I'm like, okay, ready to get it up, like, come on. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you things have been changing a little bit around the flat. So this weekend I persuaded Alex to move some furniture with me. Please excuse, I'm washing our bedsheets there. Persuaded Alex to move some furniture around with me, and let's just say it's looking very different. Woo! I wasn't joking when I said it's looking very, very different. So we have completely moved around the flat. This is just the radiator cover and the mirror that used to be up over there. So basically, I might sit down actually, because let's get comfy. Oh, that's quite fun actually. That's quite a nice little... yeah, so basically I had loads of questions in my flat tour video about why... So like loads of people were like, why is the fridge on that side? Like, why is the dining room, like, you've got it backwards? We don't have a choice. So when we moved into this flat, obviously we're renting. So first of all, we can't really change much anyway. Second of all, the switchboard was already there. And this flat actually comes with a built-in fridge. So if you'll see over there, that one, that's like the fridge is kind of blocking, is actually a fridge already. But because we already had that fridge, and it was literally the fridge of my dreams, I was like, I'm not getting rid of my fridge. And I don't like having just the kitchen on like the back wall. I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more of an L shape, just so that it feels a bit more like it's not just a kitchenette, if that makes sense. So we have that other fridge just switched off, and then we can always switch it off on like when we have guests and stuff if we need extra food, but that one obviously suffices. So that's why, and we also can't have the fridge any other place. I would ideally, well, with regards to the switchboard, I like the fridge there basically, but the switchboard for the TV is there. So ideally I'd like the switchboard that side so that we can flip the living room and have it that way, and the table over there, or have the fridge over on this side, but obviously the radiator's there, so we can't really do that. So trust me when I say we have tried so many other options, and we just don't really have a choice with regards to the TV goes. But I was saying to Alex recently, like, we had some family round, and it was so squashed where the table was. What I'm going to do actually, I will, if you haven't seen my flat tour, I'll link that now, and I'll also just put in a little clip of what the living room looked like before, just so that you can see kind of like how it was set up. But the main thing is that I said to Alex, I said, I just think the table is too squished. We have too much space where we don't need it. Like, there was loads of space kind of in this area, and I was like, we don't need that much space there. Like, all we're doing is going to the fridge. We don't need loads of room. So I was like, I just want to move stuff about. So he unwillingly agreed this weekend to move some furniture about, and I'm so happy with how it looks. So because the switchboard is there, we don't really have much of a choice with regards to where the TV goes. However, I said to him, I was like, look, we don't use that radiator anyway, so it doesn't matter if we put something in front of it, because we don't use it anyway, which is why we had the radiator cover on it, because we turned that radiator off. So it's like the TV can go in front of it, and we can just like pull the wires round, and then, but then obviously there was a big gap on that wall and you could see the switchboard, and he was like, oh, I don't like how we can see the switchboard. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we move? And we were literally, it was a case of like, we moved one thing and then we were like, okay, how's that gonna work? And I, in a way, I kind of wish I'd vlogged it, but also in a way I'm so glad I didn't, because it was just a free-for-all, let's just try this here, let's just try that there. So we moved that unit. I was like, why don't we put that in front of the switchboard so that it can like cover it up, and we moved that over there, and I'm actually so happy with it there. I think it looks really, really nice. And then it just means that we have so much more space for this table. So if I turn this around, so obviously we have the slidey doors here, so we didn't want to like obstruct it too much, but you can still get round quite easily. So the table now is here, and it just means that like when we have guests, we can pull it out even more. This table actually extends out, so you can fit up to about 6 people around it, which is really, really nice. And it just means that there's so much more room, and also because obviously we both work on that table and it was getting really squished, like having to squeeze around each other. So yeah, so we've just got that there now. The bar cart in the corner, which I think just hides it a little bit, because as much as I love that bar cart, there's a lot of alcohol on it and it looks quite messy. Also, if you know Tina, don't even talk to me about stupid Tina. If you know Tina, leave me a comment, because you guys found it hilarious when I put that on my stories. But yes, the table is just over here now, which I think works so much better. And then I do actually have the ottoman that my grandpa made me in front of this radiator. Now this one will be on in winter, so obviously we just want to have like a little bit of a gap, but the heat comes out of the top, so I don't have to worry too much about it being too close, because they are electric radiators. So it literally just comes out of this little thing up there. So yeah, so this is just here for now, because we're either going to sell them. Well, I think I'm going to give the radiator cover to my mum, because she needs a new radiator cover in her house. And then the mirror, I'm not entirely sure what to do yet. I'm thinking we could put it in the hallway, but I haven't quite decided. I really, really love the mirror, so I don't want to get rid of it. I did suggest putting it up there, but you know what Alex is like with his clock. He was like, we are not moving my clock. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with that. I do really, really like how this looks now though. And I think the living room just looks a lot more cozy and just a bit more, it's just a bit more kind of like sectioned off better. And I know it is still annoying that we've got the fridge over there and then the dining room table all the way over there, so that is like a big L. But as I said, we don't have a choice. Ideally, I would like to put the dining table over this side and then have all the living room stuff over this way, but again, we just don't have a choice. That's what it's like when you rent. You can see on the floor the marks from where the sofa used to be, but they will come out eventually. But I'm really, really happy with how that's looking. I just think it opens up the space a lot more. Like now we hit the spaces here, which I think we needed it more, whereas before the space was kind of just like here and we didn't need that. So yeah, really, really happy with how that's looking now. Oh, I love it. Now, one thing that I really love doing when I'm switching up the flat for autumn is changing up my scents. And you guys know I absolutely love the White Company reed diffusers. The collection is like my favorite collection. It is actually just called The Collection. I know that they do lots of like seasonal ones and stuff, but this is just my favorite. It's got in it 4 scents, and they're called miniature scent diffusers, but I would not call that miniature. Like, that's a good size scent diffuser. So they've got 4 scents in here. They've got lime and bay, seashells, pomegranate and wild rhubarb. And I would definitely say lime and bay are more like spring, summer. Pomegranate and wild rhubarb are much more autumn, winter. So I'm going to be getting wild rhubarb out today because it's just such a nice like autumnal scent. I think it really screams like we're coming into autumn now. So I'm going to get that out for the dining table. Out with the old and in with the new. So I just keep this on the little basket that we keep on the dining table. This, I mean, it used to be very, very aesthetic. To be perfectly honest, it's not as aesthetic now. I just keep some faux flowers in it. Mainly just keep it for coasters, which is really handy so that when people have drinks, they don't have to like ask politely like, oh, do you have a coaster? And then we keep like pens and stuff because this is obviously where we work. And then my little diffuser. So we've got wild rhubarb, which smells absolutely incredible. I love it. This is an old one that I just got from Marks and Spencer's a while ago called Balance. It was a nice one, but it is completely empty now. So very excited to have this one. I can already smell it. Oh, it smells amazing. And then just to show you as well, this is where I'm planning on putting these prints. So as you can see, we've obviously just got the bin and the fridge there. So this is what I was talking about. This is the other fridge and freezer, which we kind of just use for storage really, as like another cupboard. But I'm going to be putting the prints, obviously I'm not going to be able to like actually put them up here yet, but I'm just going to put them like one on top of the other there. I think that would look really, really nice. They just fill that gap a little bit and add like a bit more colour. I love this one. I think that's my absolute favourite. Alex really likes the lemons though. I wish they did more fruit ones, like lemons and oranges would have looked really cool. But yeah, I think that would just fill the space really nicely there and add a little bit more colour into the kitchen. Okay, so I literally had 8 command hooks left from my last project. So I've just put these 2 up here and I really, really like how they look. I was planning on doing them like on top of each other, but Alex suggested doing them stacked and I actually really like how that looks. I think it's really, really cute. So we've just got the little kind of, I think this is like an Italian street, not entirely sure what country, but I think it looks really, really cute. And then we've got obviously the lemons. So it is a bit summery, and I know obviously we're going into autumn, winter now, but I just think it's a really lovely pop of colour to add here, especially because we've got a lot of blue everywhere else, and I think it's just nice to have a different colour. So yeah, I really like how that looks. I think it's really, really cute. Oh, it is sometime later now. I have finally managed to get some command hooks. Had to go to 3 different places to find some. There seems to be some kind of supply issue, I'm not really sure, but we've put the bed sheets on for a wash. Always makes me so, so happy when we have fresh bed sheets. So the duvet cover is down there, it's just waiting to dry, because we always put the, oh, very dark, the pillowcases and everything go in the tumble dryer, other than my silk one, which I accidentally put in the tumble dryer. Seems okay though, I'm quite impressed. So we always put those in the tumble dryer, but then the actual like duvet cover can't go in the tumble dryer, so we've got to wait for that one to dry. But that's another thing to add to the list of things that are making me happy today, is fresh bed sheets. So I'm obviously gonna have a bath tonight and get myself all clean and smelling nice so that I can get into fresh sheets feeling fresh. But now it's time to start doing this wall over here. I'm going to take down those 2 prints. Haven't decided if I'm going to keep them, put them in another room, not entirely sure, because I do like them. They're just old, to be perfectly honest, and they've been there for absolutely ages. So I'm going to take those down, and I'll show you as well how much the command strips do not damage the walls, which is why I always use them. And then we're going to start arranging the kind of setup that I want to have over here.
I'm so over faking my life on the internet. Wear no makeup or high heels tonight, I can forget, yeah. I'm not looking at my phone, won't text back, pick be your call.
So as you can see, literally no marks. So some of them have like both strips have come off, some of them only one of the strips have. So I'm just going to show you what you're supposed to do is basically tug this bit and then just pull like this. So sometimes it, like the whole thing will come off and sometimes only part of it will, so you just got to be really careful when pulling these off. But yeah, as I said, literally no marks, which is so, so handy. Oh, it looks so weird when you have something on a wall for a while and then you see the blank wall again. That is really odd. So I always find it weird when I don't talk to you with my face. So I've had those prints on the wall literally since I think we moved. I think I got them in like November time. So they've been on that wall for a very, very long time, almost a year. And to have like obviously no marks or anything like that is very, very handy. So yeah, so now I need to just start arranging kind of what I want with my new prints, because obviously we've got the big one and I have to take into consideration that the desk is going to be there like normally, but then when I move it for videos it still needs to look like there's not like a big gaping hole there. So yeah, let's start getting to work on this corner. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I always find it really funny how I always get so many questions about like how I plan my gallery walls, like how I lay it out, what do I do, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just wing it. I always think like if I think too much about it, then that's when it starts. I don't know. I think especially with gallery walls, when they're imperfect, they look better. And I think if I think too much about it, I want it to be too symmetrical, like too perfect. So this is what I'm thinking at the moment. So we've got the 2 gold ones on this side. So I'm thinking we're going to have kind of like a gold wall and then a black wall. So I'm thinking of these 2 side by side, but rather than doing them like up and down like the last 2, having them in line with each other, then having this wall a bit more like sporadic. So I'm thinking we've got this one here and I really like how big it is leaning. I think it looks really cool. So I'm thinking of having that leaning, this one a little bit higher, and then 2 of the littler ones there. I think that'll look really cool, and I keep standing here and staring at it and being like, will it look cool? And I think I've just gotta do it. I've just gotta put them up. So that's what I'm gonna do now. We're just gonna put them up. You know what? I was planning on doing this as a time lapse, but I feel like this vlog's gonna get way too long if I keep time lapsing stuff. So I want to do one of those, like, you know, on TikTok where they're like, should we do one of them? Ready? Ta-da! That was definitely not worth the time lapse, because to be perfectly honest, guys, it's really boring watching someone put up prints, because it's literally just peel off the command strip, get out the little, whatever this is called, the bobbly thing, and put them up on the walls. But this is now what it looks like. I am so happy. Let me give you a little tour of the prints. So we've got, now if you're wondering why they're quite fixated like there, it's because if I stand back to where the camera would be, you can barely see that one. So I wasn't too worried about filling in this kind of corner here, just because you can barely see that one, but I did want it to look nice anyway. So yes, we've got obviously the two illustrated people there, which I think looks really cool, and then we have the print, which goes a bit higher, which I really like. We've got this woman, which I think she is just so cool, and then obviously my favorite little Parisian lady. So, ooh, squeezing through. So this is what it looks like. I'm so happy, guys. I think it's turned out really well. Now I'm undecided whether I'm going to mount the Parisian girl onto the wall or just leave her leaning, because I kind of really like her leaning, and it also means I have options if I want to take it away, if I want to leave it there, like I have complete freedom. Because also what I like is that she hides the plug socket here, and that, I'm not gonna lie, that plug socket always really annoys me in videos, so it means that I can just slide it over and just pretend that that doesn't exist. So that looks very Instagrammable. So I'm so happy with how this has turned out. I think it looks honestly better than I could have imagined. I am so chuffed. Well, that was very good timing. Just as I was finishing up doing that, oh, look how good the prints look behind me. Oh, that makes me so happy. So much change in this vlog, so much change. But just as I was finishing up doing that, look what arrived through my letterbox. It's my Bloom and Wild delivery for this month. So my first proper autumnal bouquet. So I'm really excited to see what they've got in this month's box. Also this month we've gone very like yellowy, kind of very autumnal colours. Yellows and oranges and whites. I think that'll look so gorgeous. It looks like there's a lot of foliage in this one as well. So in this bunch, do they say what's in it? I feel like some months they do say, but this month it doesn't tell me what flowers it is. Well, let's get unwrapping these. Guys, I think I'm going to finish that vlog there because I feel like this has been a really jam-packed vlog. I always really get excited for like new seasons and stuff, and I'm finding the autumn spirit and like giving the flat a big switch up. I call it my, not my spring clean, but like my autumn clean. I always do a big seasonal switch up in the flat, and it's just making me really happy seeing everything like looking refreshed and looking not brand new, but you know what I mean, like it's just given it a bit of a new lease of life, and it's made me even more excited about autumn. And this little number over here has made me even more excited about filming, so the next haul you see after this is going to have this background, which just makes me so excited to film my next haul. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're as excited about autumn as I am. I'm finally there. Loads of you have been messaging me like, I can't believe you weren't excited sooner. I think the main reason is because we've had an early autumn this year. Like, I remember this time last year I was still posting loads of summer content in September, and I'd gone away on holiday in September, and I remember the weather here was really warm. And so I didn't do my autumn switch over until quite a bit later, into October. So I think that's why, because loads of people messaging me like, I can't believe you're not more excited. I'm like, I think I am now, but you just had to give me a bit of time, because this time last year it was not autumn in September. It was still quite summery in September. But anyway, I'm rambling on. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, I would love it if you subscribed and came and joined me. I love our little YouTube family here. You guys are just the absolute best. Let me know what you're most looking forward to about autumn. I always love hearing your guys' thoughts. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!